So I already primed my skin with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. And for foundation, I'm going to be mixing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in the shade 105 and the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 128 Warm Nude. And I like mixing these because the L'Oreal one is a little bit thicker and more full coverage, and the Maybelline one is a little bit more sheer and has like a liquidy consistency, so I think that mixing them just kind of balances them both out, and I like the finish. So I put about a pump of each on my skin, and I'm just going to blend that all together. Next, for my brows, I'm going to be starting with the IT Cosmetics Brow Power, and I'm just going to brush through my brows and then outline them with this. So after I have the shape that I want, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown and just fill them in a little bit more. Next, to clean up my brows and prime my eyelids, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium and this Alamar Cosmetics brush just to kind of carve out my eyebrows. So I just put some on my lids, and then with this kind of square tip, I'll just take from there and clean them up. To set my eyelids, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and the colors in this palette are super warm and perfect for fall. So I'm going to start with the Tempera color here and just put that all over my lids. Next, I'm going to go into Burnt Orange here and just put this all in my crease so it's nice and blown out. Next, with the Morphe M441 brush, I'm going to go into Red Ochre here and just blend that in my crease, but a little bit lower than where I put the Burnt Orange shade. Next, for my lid color, I'm going to go into Venetian Red right here with a flat e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. And my brush is a little bit wet. I washed them last night and I guess it wasn't completely dry, but it's making the color a little bit more pigmented than usual. So that's cool. Then I'm gonna go back into that Venetian red color and just in my crease, try to blend out the lines so that they all look seamless. Next for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium again, and I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes and down my nose, on my chin, and my Cupid's bow. Then to blend out the concealer, I like using the ColourPop small fluff brush to blend everything out before I go in with my beauty blender. I prefer to blend my concealer out with a brush like this first, because if I go in with a sponge immediately, I feel like it soaks up too much of the product and I lose some of the coverage. But if I start with the brush, I feel like it helps blend everything out, and then I go in with the sponge after, just to make sure there are no brush strokes or anything. Then I'm just careful around the eyeshadow. Next, to set my face, I'm using that Too Faced Peach Perfect powder again. And with my beauty blender, I'm going to set everywhere I just put concealer. Then for my under eyes, I'm going to blend the burnt orange shade and the Venetian red shade underneath my bottom lashes with a crown pencil brush. This is the C513. For my contour, I'm going to take a large Kabuki fan brush and the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder in Deep. Then with the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder in the shade Medium, I'm going to take the NARS Ita brush and put this powder underneath my chin and down the sides of my nose and underneath my bottom lip. Then with my Too Faced powder, I'm going to take a little bit on my sponge and put this underneath my contour just to clean it up. And also a little bit on the sides of my nose. For blush, I'm taking the Morphe Y5 brush, and the blush is from Wycon Cosmetics. It's the shade 107, and it's this nice kind of berry colored blush with a little bit of shimmer. And I'm just gonna lightly put this above my contour and try to blend it in with where I just put that powder as well. Next, before highlighting, I'm going to spray my face with some of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to help all of the powders melt together so far. Next for highlight, I'm going to use the Artist Couture Diamond Powder in Conceited. And it's just this nice champagne-y pink kind of color. And with the Morphe M501, I'm going to apply this. Then with a small pencil brush, I'm going to take the same highlighter and just highlight my inner corners, brow bone, and the sides of my nose. For mascara, I'm starting out with a thin layer of the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This is just a nice lengthening mascara, and then I'm going to go in with a more voluminous mascara after. Next, I'm taking this nude eyeliner from Kiko, and I'm going to put this in my waterline to help open up my eyes. Now I'm taking the Double Decker Lashes Mascara from Butter London, and I'm just going to wipe off a little bit of the product and then put this second coat of mascara on. Next, I'm going to line my lips with the Milani lip liner in Spice. And for my lip color, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Ashton. Then I'm just going to spray my face one more time, and then the look is finished.